Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Gervais. Today's video is titled Read the Bible. This is universal comedy, so without further ado, let's get started.
And because I want this show to be educational and thought-provoking and not just a bit of stand-up, I will of course be touching on the most violent and destructive animal on the planet. The giant gorilla, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at him. Some people think the most violent and destructive animal on the planet is man. Hello? Look at him. That would rip a man to pieces. Think, look. Look at the size of him. They're buildings. God, no man would. The worst, most prolific mass murderer would. Dr. Harold Shipman wouldn't be able to. How would he get that in an armchair when its kids were out? It wouldn't. He couldn't. He couldn't. Fuck off! Fuck off! Look at it. Worst dictators in the world. Who's killed the Pol Pot? He's killed the most. 100,000. You know who Pol Pot is? The bloke in charge of Cambodia. He killed 100,000 people. He shit himself if he saw that. So, this is absolutely true. He rounded up anyone he thought was intellectual and had them executed. Absolutely true, 100,000 of them. And how he told whether someone was intellectual or not was whether they wore glasses. If they're that clever, take them off when they see him coming. They're thick, don't you? They're thick. Yeah, well, kick it up. Look out, here comes Pol Pot. All right? Yeah, not too bad, yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, lovely, it is, yeah. Him over there, going through, see you later, yeah, see you later. Fucking wanker. But I could solve the world's problems if I cared. Oh. Not all gorillas are that big, obviously, but they're still pretty big. You see a mountain gorilla up close in the zoo or, in the wild, kill it before it. No, I'm joking. They're very passive. They're honestly very passive, totally vegetarian. Unlike some great apes like chimps and bonobos, they get a bloodlust, they hunt a monkey. A gorilla will only ever eat vegetation. It will never attack unless provoked. And this was illustrated quite well a few years ago. Do you remember when that little toddler fell in the gorilla enclosure at the zoo? He was about 3, and he fell down and he knocked himself unconscious. And this big silverback, his name was Jambo, just started walking towards him, and the people he was with and the people at the zoo, they were going spare, they were screaming, they didn't know what to do, they were at their wits' end. They filmed it. Didn't completely lose the plot. They probably figured if we lose him, we make 250 quid. I mean, insurance, not a complete disaster. Send it like Jeremy Biddle, that big one off what's her name, Ermintrude. I don't know. I don't watch like that. But the mountain gorilla came and sat with him, just looked after him until the authorities got in, shooed him away, and it was fine. The kid was absolutely fine, and they didn't send it off. But it was fine. It was a happy ending, and that's fairly typical. I was watching that with my nan, and she was getting on a bit then. And, well, she's dead now, but... And... It's true. She said, look at that, he was lucky, because usually they gobble them straight up. Usually.
Oh.
How many kids has she thrown to the gorillas in her time? She also said, right, she's dead now, but she was on the way then, and, from the neck up. But do you remember the Strangeways riots about 10 years ago? And the prisoners were up on the roof for about 3 days, and the guards and police couldn't do anything. They were ripping the place to pieces. They were putting the tiles off, and they were just throwing it down for about 3 days. She went, look at them. They should be locked up.
Guys, I love his style of comedy, and I love the fact that no matter what he says, at the end of his statement, he's going to, make you feel comfortable. You see, the first time he said things about gorilla, and at the end of the video, or at the end of the joke, he said they are vegetarian, to make our hearts be at peace. Then after the second time we talk about the child, and it was like, well, the child was saved at the end of the day. I remember this movie, was it Baby's Day Out, when a baby crawled into, the cage of a gorilla. I love how welcoming the gorilla is, trying to save the baby from the people who wanted to, kidnap the baby. Even if it's a movie, but I love what they portray, whatever you show in the movie have either positive impact on the society or negative impact on the society. Doing that shows that, yes, gorilla can be friendly. When you see them, you don't have to be scared or hurt them. Since it can be with a child and don't harm the child, then it can be with a human. So long as you don't make any attempt to harm them, definitely they won't harm us. So this is beautiful. It's indeed beautiful. And when he was talking about his auntie that, talks about usually they eat, people, but I was surprised. I was like, yeah, gorillas are vegetarian. So how come? Well, let's just continue, guys.
Very rare, luckily, giant gorilla. One official sighting, New York, 1930s. Made the news because it grabbed a starlet of the time, Fay Ray. She's pretty big. I used to think we evolved from apes. Darwin's theory of evolution through natural selection seemed pretty watertight. But in doing research for this show, I came across a theory that deviates from Darwin's, and I believe that. I just found it in a dusty old book in a library. It's called the Bible. And Darwin was wrong. We didn't evolve, God made us. So I just want to explain to you exactly how that happened. Okay. The first book of Moses, commonly called Genesis. Start at the beginning. Fairly big book, but... Friday, innit? Lock the doors? Okay. Took me 4 years to get this platform, now they listen. Just think if I'd have blown it, just going door to door. Right, okay. Some of the things you'll hear do sound a little bit far-fetched, I admit that. I thought it was, but then I found out that the other name for the Bible is the Gospel, so it is all true. So, luckily, clue is in the title. Okay. Come on, it's the Bible. Okay. Chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. It doesn't go into detail. He doesn't need to explain to you. You probably understand it because he's got a massive brain. Yours is little, and you go, "What?" He goes, "Don't what? Just trust me. I did." And also, if he explained it to you, it would like ruin the enigma. Do you know what I mean? You'd go, "That's amazing." He just says it's a trick, and you go, "Oh." So it's like seeing. No, it's like if David Blaine did something, and you go, "Oh, that is real magic," and you go, "No, I'm just standing on one leg and lifting the other up." Easy. So. Keeps his cards very close to his chest. God's good luck to him. He can do what he wants. He can do anything, so he can do what he wants. Okay, here we go. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. Bit dark, he sorted that out. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Huh? Isn't that brilliant? Hey? Oh, come on, that's amazing. He made light up. It was dark, it was nothing before. It's not like he saw some on holiday and went, "That'll be good back on Earth." He made it up. Do you not, he invented, there was nothing to go by. It wasn't like there was twilight and he went, "Let's have that a little bit brighter." He just went, "Let there be light," and at the speed of light, he didn't go, "Let there be light." Come on, I'm busy. It's the first day. I've got a lot to do. I've only got 7 days. Do you know what I mean? And he probably didn't have to say it. He did say it, but he could have gone, "That's exactly what I was thinking of. Brilliant." Do you know what I mean? Come on, he's amazing. What are you? Free your minds. Listen, right? Okay. So he did the light, invented it, which means that he created the heaven and the earth in the dark. Fucking hell. good is that? I'd have gone, right, let's have a little bit of light on the situation. Let's see what we're doing. Right. I need some planets.
Guys, this is beautiful. You know, after listening to this part, I'm beginning to think something. I feel like God saying, let them be light. You know, you can't make nothing out of nothing. For it to be called light, it means it has happened before. You see? Because it's just like you're a blind person, for instance. You're not used to seeing. So you have to understand, or, you know, your life need to revolve around the fact that you can see. So, like, I don't think you have that imagination of light or sight or anything, because you're already born in darkness and you're living in darkness. So him saying, let them be light, that means it has happened before, or he already know how light looks like. I don't know, that's just my say, but this is beautiful. It's indeed beautiful. I love his style of comedy. It's just so unique. Yeah, I've seen a whole lot of stand-up comedian, but his style of comedy is kind of different from the rest. You know, just pick little sensitive topic and make, you know, it so funny and hilarious. Well, this is beautiful. I want to check out more of his video. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. If it is the first time visiting my channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remain blessed.